Hello, this is Lacquerography, and this is my wish list for May 2025's polish pickup. The theme this month is tropical forests, and I've already gone ahead and made a preliminary first impressions wish list, and right now I have 17 items that are catching my eye. Let's jump right in and take a look at the 17 items that are grabbing my attention this month. The first item up is a polish by Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this one is called Slithery Little Snake. Inspired by one of the maker's favorite snakes, the white-lipped pit viper, this is a muted sea foam with glowy green shimmer and a scattering of silver light reflective glitter. This polish just looks so light and sheer and fresh and ethereal and really everything that I'm looking for in a polish right now, right in the heart of springtime. This kind of a colorway, this seafoam color, this is a nostalgic favorite color of mine. I can remember when I was growing up, I had a favorite t-shirt that was in this light pastel seafoam color. I have no idea if this color even looks that good on me. It's kind of funny that this is such a favorite color from my long past, and it just brings back all these thoughts of innocence and childhood and kind of a freshness that really is perfect for this time of year in my part of the world. I'm also really loving the sparkle that's brought to this polish from the silver light reflective glitter. I know that light reflective glitter can sometimes be a polarizing component of polish, but I still love it. In fact, I love it a lot. There's just something about that type of a sparkle that you can get from light reflective glitter that is truly unlike anything else. So this light, fresh, fairy-like color is by Bee's Knees Lacquer, Slithery Little Snake. This next polish up is by Bluebird Lacquer, and this one is called Because I Got Hibiscus. This polish is inspired by the pink hibiscus and its vibrant colors. This is a neon pink with green, purple, pink shifting microflakies and shimmer. And it is listed here that there is a cap of 500 for this polish. So what that means is that in this case, the maker, Bluebird Lacquer, is committing to creating 500 of these polishes before it's considered sold out. So that is something that I'll have to keep in mind if this one does make my final shopping cart on the day the shop opens, which is May the 2nd. I may have to consider making my purchase right at 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time to be sure that I can secure this item if it does make my final shopping cart. This one is such a pretty, optimistic, brilliant, vibrant pink. Over the last couple of years, I have been purchasing quite a few neon polishes, so I will have to see how this one stacks up in terms of its hue compared to some of the other polishes that I own. But there is something pretty unique about this one, and it's what I love so much about this. It's got this shimmer to it, but it also has these microflakies. I really can't think of any neon polishes in my collection that have this type of a microflaky to them. And so for that reason, this one really would be a standout in my collection. I will have to check though how this one does compare to some of my other neon pinks. I do feel that this one will be quite a standout though among the others. So this is one I'll have to look a little bit deeper into my collection before I purchase, but it really is a gorgeous pink. This neon pink microflaky polish is by Bluebird Lacquer, Because I Got Hibiscus. This next polish up is by Cameo Colors Lacquers, and this one is called Had a Frog of Glass. This polish, and I really hope that I'm pronouncing this genus and species correctly, this polish was inspired by the Cochranella unimus, also known as the San Jose Cochrane frog. This one is described as a buildable baby blue crelly base with a touch of hollow sparkle, blue, purple, and green shimmers, full of blue to green shifting larger particle shimmer, and yellow micro glitter. This one also has a cap that's listed as a very small one right now at 250 of these being made available. That's a very small cap, so if this one does make my final list, I will have to really consider making my purchase right when the shop opens at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on May 2nd. This polish would be truly unique to my collection. I love the fact that this one is so light and airy, almost icy in a way, which is kind of an interesting thing for a May release polish. But then there's these brilliant yellow micro glitters in here. I just think that is such a unique and special combination of components here. I really think that this one is a standout. This is another one though where I'm going to have to take a look at the base color of this one compared with some of the other polishes that I have in my collection. I do love this kind of colorway, like a powdery blue. It really is beautiful. And I could see myself being drawn to a polish like this one really in spring, summer, and probably winter as well. A really cool polish. I appreciate the originality here. And I'd love to see an image of the frog that makes up the inspiration for this incredible polish. This gorgeous blue with the yellow micro glitter is by Cameo Colors Lacquers, Had a Frog of Glass. This next one up is by Clionadh Cosmetics, and it's called Peaches Orchid. This one is inspired by orchids that grow on trees in tropical forests, specifically the Princess Peach orchid, known for its beautiful pinks and sunset hues. Princess Peach herself would not only have that orchid, but love this polish as well. Peach's Orchid has a warm pink base with a cool pink shimmer that shifts peach chartreuse and large iridescent gold-green shifting flakes. Now this one right away is from a favorite brand of mine. It's from Canadian brand Clionadh Cosmetics, which is reasonably local to me in my home province of Ontario, Canada. So a big shout out to Clionadh Cosmetics. This one is another really vibrant, beautiful pink. And I realized that I just talked about another one earlier, the Bluebird Lacquer. So I will have to take a look at these two quite closely. I really should probably only purchase one if I purchase one at all. The thing that I think is really special about this polish is those flakies. I think the base color is stunningly beautiful, and there's something about those large iridescent gold green shifting flakes that adds a really unique aspect to this polish. Clionadh Cosmetics is a brand that I always keep an eye out for. I've purchased directly from their own website many times. This one is a standout offering as well. There's something about these pinks. I think I'm really craving those types of colors in nature. We don't have them yet in my area. Right now in my area on May 1st, it's a lot of yellows and purples and a few whites that are appearing right now, as well as the gorgeous green grass. So I think I'm just craving so many of these pinks. And this one really is a beautiful one. This gorgeous pink with the flakies is by Clionadh Cosmetics, Peaches Orchid. This next polish up is by Coloris de Carol, and this one is called Secret Falls. This one I believe is inspired by Purple Falls. Secret Falls is described as being a deep red jelly with purple, pink, orange shifting magnetic effect. There are only 400 of these ones being made available this month as well. Another cap that I'll have to watch out for. There's something so royal and elegant and deep about this polish. In a way, it's a little bit unexpected for me to be drawn to a polish that's quite this deep at this time of year, but yet purples are a color that I crave in the springtime as well. They do tend to be, as I just mentioned with the previous polish, one of the first types of blooms to come up with a lot of the crocuses and hyacinths and things like that in my part of the world in April and May. There's something about this polish that reminds me of an African violet that my mom owns and that she has on her kitchen windowsill. My mom just has this knack with African violets that I don't have, and they're so beautiful and lush. And this one in particular has such a velvety, rich, royal look to it. It really is a decadent type color, and I'm very much seeing that kind of a look echoed here in this nail polish. And it's really become, I think, one of my top picks so far this month. I think this magnetic effect actually does bring quite a floral kind of look to this polish. So it does actually really interest me that this one is called Secret Falls. I'd really love to see the inspiration photo behind this one to see what the maker was thinking about when they created this polish. No matter what the inspiration, I think this one is a gorgeous standout. This lush purple is by Coloris de Carol, Secret Falls. This next polish up is by Cracked Polish, and this one is called Pink Underwing. Like a secret hidden in the shadows of a tropical forest, Pink Underwing emerges with subtle elegance and an unexpected sparkle. This alluring gray-brown base is alive with vivid pink flakes that catch the light like moth and wings fluttering at dusk. Pink shimmers weave through the polish like glimmers of dawn breaking through dense foliage, while holographic pink glitters add a dazzling flash that mirrors the iridescence of hidden beauty. Inspired by the elusive pink underwing moth, this limited edition shade for polish pickup transforms your nails into a captivating spectacle of earthy tones and ethereal pink accents. Bold yet mysterious, it's the perfect balance of grounded and glamorous. Catch it while you can. And there's 1,000 of these being made available this month. So that's a much larger cap, but still it is something I will have to consider when I make my purchase. I love this one. I love gray nail polishes, and the fact that this grayish brown, I love that it's a gray brown base actually. I didn't really detect any sort of a brown to it, but I think it would really come alive, this base color in person and different types of lighting. I just think this is such an interesting juxtaposition of the ethereal flakies and glitter. It's described as having pink holographic glitters in it against this very neutral, kind of subtle even, base. I just think the juxtaposition here is so intriguing. This one is starting to sneak up on me as one of my top picks this month as well. There's something about that sparkle, the lightness. I think I could really wear a polish like this for almost any kind of occasion, any time of year. It really is an interesting one for me, and I'd love to see this one in person, especially playing around in different lighting effects. This really interesting grade polish is by Cracked Polish Pink Underwing. This next polish up is by Cuticula, and this one is called Peacock Plume. This one is inspired by bright peacock feathers, and the polish is described as being a bright cerulean blue jelly with pink, red, purple shifting shimmer, aqua blue shifting glass flakes, and metallic fuchsia flakes. I heard somewhere, and I can't remember where it was, whether it was in a swatcher's video or whether it was in the makers Facebook group or perhaps the Polish Pickup Facebook group as well. But I think that I heard that this is kind of a sibling or a cousin polish related in some way to one of Cuticula's earlier releases called Hummingbird Glass. I actually did purchase Hummingbird Glass from Polish Pickup when it came out a few months back. I can't really remember when that was, but I haven't had the chance to wear it yet. But that's one of those polishes that was a must-have for me at the time. I feel kind of ridiculous actually that I haven't worn it yet. So I may have to quickly try to get that one on my nails before the shop opens to make sure that I really do love the finish on me as much as I loved the idea of it, the concept of it, and also the way it looked on all the swatchers. I just think that Cuticula does these flaky polishes so beautifully, and this one looks like another magical offering from them. This gorgeous flaky blue polish is by Cuticula Peacock Plume. This next polish up is by Ethereal Lacquer, and this one is called Dreamwater. This one is described as being a milky aqua lacquer with a soft and glowy pink orange to gold shimmer. It's inspired by a hidden lagoon in a lush forest, and there are 600 of these ones being made available this month. I will have to do some more research into this one, but all I'm going to say right now is sea glass on the nails. Immediately when I saw this swatch photo, that's what I thought of, and it was an immediate add to my wish list. It's such a gorgeous, delicate look that I think is neutral and versatile. But the one thing that really worries me right now is that it's only on one swatcher here so far on the website. I'm going to have to do some more research on social media, also on YouTube, checking out some of the swatchers videos to see who has swatched this polish, because I don't know that I really feel comfortable just judging this polish and going with it in my shopping cart after only seeing it in one swatch on one skin tone on one swatcher. So I do have some homework to do for this one, but this really gorgeous sea glass looking polish is by Ethereal Lacquer Dreamwater. This next one up is by Great Lakes Lacquer, and this one is called Your Orchid Tariffs Are Killing Me. This polish was inspired by white orchids, and it's described as being a ghostly, almost non-existent gray that's filled with purple to red to orange, shifting, glowy shimmer. The name of this polish, it kind of breaks my heart. I can only imagine the impact that tariffs are having on these makers right now, especially a maker like Great Lakes Lacquer that I believe is just a one-person company. Really, these times are so unprecedented. This beautiful polish caught my eye at first without even seeing the name of the polish. But then when I saw the title, I thought, wow, what a product of this time right now here today. It's something that a lot of people are thinking about, a lot of people are struggling with in a huge way. And there's just so much about this polish that I enjoy. The look of it, the statement it's kind of making as well. And it's a maker, Great Lakes Lacquer, that I think always does such an outstanding job. And I would love to support them through purchasing this nail polish. This very ghostly, shimmery polish is by Great Lakes Lacquer. Your Orchid tariffs are killing me. This next polish up is by Jen and Berries, and this one is called Booty Call. For this one, the maker was inspired by an adult male mandrill who has a colorful rear end to help others follow them through the forest. Plus, it impresses the ladies. And this polish has a sheer pale periwinkle base with glowy blue-purple shimmer, scattered tiny pink gold flakes, and loads of holographic flakes. There are 445 of these being made available this month. I love the inspiration of this one, the name of it. I think it's absolutely incredible. Mandrills were one of my favorites at our local zoo when I was growing up. We went to the zoo quite often when I was young. We were kind of a sciencey family, I guess, in a lot of ways, which led to who I am now as an adult, I guess. But I can just remember being fascinated by the colorings of the mandrill. And just everything about this polish just makes me smile. The name of it, the description, the look of this polish as well. I think it's really beautiful. It is a little bit nostalgic for me, bringing back some of those childhood memories of trips with my mom in particular and my sister to the zoo, often while my dad was having a little bit of time to finish some things around the house. This is a polish, though, that I know I'm drawn to this kind of colorway. I'll have to take a deep dive into my collection to see how this one stacks up with some of the others in my collection. But I do love this one, truly, everything about it. And Jen & Berries is a brand where I own a few of their polishes, but I really should own more. I think that Jen & Berries is a very underrated brand, and everything I own from them is excellent. I would love to support Jen & Berries by purchasing this polish this month. This gorgeous blue is by Jen & Berries Booty Call. This next polish up is by Lurid Lacquer, and this one is called On the Prowl. On the Prowl features a reddish-purple jelly base with vibrant copper to gold shimmer, and there are 800 of these being made available. This one to me reminds me of hot summer days, perhaps hot summer sunsets even. It's so beautiful, and it was kind of an immediate add to my wish list. This is another one being a shimmer polish. I do own quite a few shimmers in my collection, so I will have to see how this one compares to some others that I own. If I recall, I think I own one maybe from, perhaps it's Kathleen & Co., from I think the book covers theme from 2024 that may have a bit of a similar vibe to this one, but I do want to take a close look at my collection. But this one, I don't know, summer sunsets, that's what I'm seeing, and I really love that look. This vibrant shimmer is by Lurid Lacquer On the Prowl. This next polish up is by MJ Lacquer, Talk to the Feathers. This polish was inspired by tropical parrots, described as a Tiffany green crelly with colors shifting chameleon and UCC flakes, aurora shimmer, and holographic copper glitters. This is another one of these polishes that I haven't been able to get out of my mind this month. Again, I think it would be a standout in my collection, and I think more than anything, it's this base color that's grabbing me. It's a little bit more, maybe along the lines of I love how it's described actually as a Tiffany green crelly. It's a little more sagey, I think, than the Bee's Knees lacquer that I was looking at that was a little bit more of a seafoam type color. But the base color of this one does remind me of my childhood and that favorite kind of aquamarine sort of color that I was really drawn to. I think I called it seafoam back in the day, and this one's not quite that. But there's also something about these components in here. I think it's so utterly beautiful. Very much a work of art. The flakies in here, the shimmer, the glitters. I think this one really does come together to make this perfect, elegant package. And I could actually see myself wearing a polish like this one all year round. This Tiffany Green Crelly is by MJ Lacquer, Talk to the Feathers. This next polish up is by Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is called Feels Like Falling. This is a bright cyan filled with glowy shimmer that shifts green, aqua, blue, violet, and holographic dust. It says also that this one glows in black light. This one is inspired by tropical waterfalls. This one is a polish that I've heard some people compare to Mooncat's River Styx. That's a polish that I don't own. I was actually hoping to get it recently during Mooncat's most recent sale, but unfortunately, tariffs kept me away from shopping. And that one was very much on my wish list at this time. So when I saw this polish, I thought it was kind of a gift that I got to see this one. I love the look of this one. I adore it. It is so vibrant and it reminds me of the clearest tropical waters. I think this is everything my heart is desiring as summer starts to get closer and closer. This one is another one that's very, very high on my wish list this month, and I feel like it's giving me a chance to get a hold of a polish that kind of slipped through my grasp just a few weeks ago. This vibrant tropical polish is by Night Owl Lacquer, Feels Like Falling. This next polish up is by Paint It Pretty Polish, Rivet. This one is inspired by the purple tree frog. Rivet is a green when warm to purple when cold thermal polish with a purple, blue, green magnetic pull. There are only 250 of these ones being made available this month. That seems to me like an incredibly small cap, so that pressure to purchase right at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Daylight Time is becoming very real for me. I think this polish is so intriguing to me. I love the idea that this one is a thermal magnetic. I've seen just a very few of those kinds of polishes, thermal magnetics, being offered through Polish Pickup, but I haven't picked any up yet. And this one I think looks just so magical. Paint It Pretty Polish as well is another favorite Canadian brand of mine. Again, from my home province of Ontario, Canada. I always try to purchase from them whenever I can, and I have made several direct purchases directly from them. And one thing I know about them for sure is Paint It Pretty Polish can create a shimmer really like no other. And this one has that. And I'm intrigued by the fact that this one is a rather shimmery looking thermal magnetic polish. I think this one would be so magical and I would love to give it a try. This really incredible thermal magnetic is by Paint It Pretty Polish, Rivet. This next polish up is by Polish for Days, and it's called Don't You Know That You're Toxic? Makes me want to break into song. A purple undertone chocolate brown base with a green-blue shifting iridescent shimmer. This one is inspired by poisonous frogs. All I can say is I love polishes that look like this one. And I love the fact that this one is a purple undertoned chocolate brown base. I love brown polishes, and I think I have maybe a couple of brown polishes with this type of a cooler shimmer running through it. But the fact that this one is a purple undertone chocolate brown, I can actually see that in the swatcher's photos here. And I think that would make this one a little bit more unique in my collection. This is another one that immediately caught my eye and is a front runner in my wish list this month. This one is by Polish for Days, Don't You Know That You're Toxic? This next polish up is by Royla Lee, Enchanted Elytra. With this polish, Royla Lee drew inspiration from the rainbow leaf beetle, and it's described as being a purple-leaning fuchsia base with red to gold microflake shimmer and aqua to green shifting crystal flakes. What really draws me in with this polish is that stained glass type effect that I talked about. I think it was with the Cuticula polish. It's interesting it calls it a purple-leaning fuchsia base. I'm actually seeing quite a red lean to this one. But it's reminding me of really dramatic stained glass windows that I saw many, many years ago now on a trip to France. Just some of those really unexpected, just deep reds that would really catch the light when the light was streaming through. I don't really know anything about the rainbow leaf beetle, but I know that this one does hit me a little bit differently when I think about stained glass. This gorgeous, warm, flaky polish is by Royal Lee Enchanted Elytra. The final polish on my wish list this month is by Sassy Sauce Polish, Hot Dam Thorium. This one is described as being a bright red with pink copper golden shift. The inspiration is a photo of a tropical forest, particularly the Anthurium flower, and I hope I said that correctly. There are 1,000 of these ones being made available. All I can think of when I see this one is like, kapow. Like, I think if I got this polish, I would feel like a superhero wearing it. This is so vibrant and beautiful and summery. It is a hot red, almost neon looking polish. I'm not sure if it actually is neon. It doesn't really say so in the description, but it just looks like such a hot red, gorgeous and summery, and another one that is one of my top picks this month. This incredible red is by Sassy Sauce Polish, Hot Dam Thorium. So that's it for my very large 17-item wish list this month for May's Polish Pickup Tropical Forest. The shop opens this month, Friday, May the 2nd, and it closes on Monday, May the 5th. The shop opening time might be important to you. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. That might be important if you have some items on your wish list, like I do at the moment, with very small caps, meaning if you don't buy them right away, they might sell out. So I'm wondering, are you planning on shopping Polish Pickup this month? If you are, which items are catching your eye? Also, I'd love to know your thoughts on my wish list at the moment. If you have any recommendations for me, please feel free to add all your comments below and we can continue on the conversation long after. If you enjoy Polish Pickup wishlist content similar to this, please consider giving this video a like. It indicates to me that you enjoy content like this, and in the months ahead, I'll try my best to produce content similar to this as much as I possibly can. As well, if you enjoy nail-related content in general, please consider subscribing. I release nail-related content as often as I possibly can, and by subscribing, you won't miss out on any of the fun. Thank you so much for joining me this month. Happy shopping. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye.